So hello everyone. I think my screen is visible to all of you. You can ping in the chat box if my screen is visible. Okay. So I just want to make this session little interactive. So I will say all of you that please be interactive in the class. If I'm asking any questions, please give me the answers in the chat box so that we can make this interactive. So this time in this session, one of my friend Mandar Patil, he is also involved in this session, so he has a good group of students and he also knows how to help people to get into data analytics. So this session is like in accordance with him. So many of the people are from different groups, also many of them are from different background, and there are people whom you know and whom you don't know, because if you are from my sessions you know the people, but there will be some other people as well. So now, first of all, to understand like how to get into data analytics, I have taken this session like 3 to 4 times, but I think this session is always new because people don't know what is the exact path and what is the exact process to get into a data analytics career. So just have one question in my mind, can you all tell me like how many of you are fresher right now? Just ping in the chat box that you are fresher. Okay. And how many of you are here who are from different background? So if you are from different background and want to get into data analytics, you can write like different background in the chat box. Okay. And the last question is, how many of you are here who are already a data analyst and want to understand like to how to crack product based companies? Those who are working as a data analyst only and want to crack a product based company. Okay, nice. So by seeing the chat box, I have realized that if I talk in percentage, so fresher, experienced, and switch. So let's take different domain and let's take it experienced in data analytics. So from the percentage in the chat box, I have understand that like there are 30% people who are fresher and only 10% people who are already a data analyst, and there are around 60% of people who are from different domain. And this percentage is almost same because many people who are a fresher, they don't know how to get into data analytics career, and they struggle a lot because they don't have the idea, like because see, if you talk about data analytics specifically, there are less companies that take freshers. Most of them are looking for experienced candidates. Even if you have 6 months, 10 months of experience, they are okay. But for a fresher, getting into a data analytics role is quite difficult as compared to an experienced person or a person who is experienced in different domain. So now let's understand the question, which is why. Why you want to become a data analyst? So if you ask me, according to my experience, like why people want to become a data analyst is, see, first of all is background. I have seen that people from, you can say, BSc, MSc, BCom, BA, or you can say overall non-technical degree. Non-technical. I have seen that the people who are from non-technical degree, who are from different other degrees, like except BTech, they also want to become a data analyst because in data analyst, your profile or your background is not judged as compared to software engineers, developers, and all these kind of roles. So, for example, if a person wants to become a software engineer, at that point of time, there are requirements that he must have done engineering in the background from any like from any domain, and most of the companies are there who want engineering from computer science or IT also. But if you talk about data analytics, this background doesn't matter a lot. So you can say that if there are like 50 people who want to become a data analyst, I can say right now in the market, 35 of them are from different background. But they know that they can become a analyst because they have seen a lot of ads, lot of campaigns running on YouTube, which like influence them to get into this role. Now, there are around 60% of people, there are around 60% of people who don't know exactly what data analysts do. So they see this thing from ads and marketing campaigns on YouTube or Instagram. They got it like that there are very less amount of skills required in data analytics and they can read them, they can learn them. And most of you are here to become a data analyst because you all think that in data analytics, not a lot of coding is required, which is correct. In data analytics, you don't require a lot of coding. But in data analytics also, there are a lot of challenges. So now let's talk about these 60% people who think that coding is not required that much. And second thing, they see the packages and the like if you talk about packages specifically, so there are a lot of people who have seen these things like a data analyst receives a good package and in data domain there is a lot of scope. The answer is yes, there is a lot of scope in data analytics, data science, and data engineering. But now if we are specifically talking about data analytics, just try to understand. I want to understand, and you have to ping in the chat box. The question is, write a one liner why you want to become a data analyst. Just write a one liner why you want to become a data analyst. Okay. Jairam is saying like making more money. Neha is saying to get remote jobs. Any other people? Just write in the chat box. MSc statistics degree. See this Tharun, like you have a relevant answer. I love challenges and the work is very unique and challenges too. Not much interested in web development, so data analyst to provide insights to the business. Rajmohan, you are also very relevant. Okay, upskill and learn new things. Scope hai also for package. Data is everywhere. Nice. Okay. So I have got different answers from different people. Now, if you want to become a data analyst, or if you think that you want to become a data analyst, the business understanding is required. Moreover the skills, the thing which is required is business understanding. And like, please don't do these kind of things. Like the people who are doing it, please don't do this kind of things. If you don't, there are some kind of people who are doing this thing. Just please don't do this thing. Just give me a minute, all of you. Is my screen visible to all of you? Someone has written something on the screen. That's why I have disabled the controls. So now let's understand again. So now data analytics is moreover based on business understanding. So now you have to understand why exactly people need data analyst. So whenever you have this thought in your mind, like I want to become a data analyst, you have to understand why actually companies are looking for data analyst. So the question of your why, like the answer of your why is, first of all, they want to solve business problems. First answer is they want to solve business problems. Second one is they want to understand, they want to understand what's happening inside their business. Third thing, they want to save money. These are the three major things for which they hire you as a data analyst. Now let's understand all of these three things. So solve business problem. So let's take an example of Amazon. Now suppose you are like, Vinay, please don't do this thing. If you don't want to be in the session, just get out from the session, but don't do this thing. And I am like removing you and reporting you. Okay. There are these kind of people who do this thing. Are you able to see this yellow line on the screen? Like, I'm so sorry, like people are doing these kind of things and I really don't like this. So just I'm removing this line. Just give me a second. Okay. Now let's come again on the point. So now let's talk about Amazon. So all of you know about Amazon. So at one place there is Amazon, and at second place there is Honeywell Automation. Two companies are there. Now Amazon sales are reduced by 10% in India. Honeywell Automation sales are reduced by 10% in India. Now, if I ask you about those both of these problems, like first problem is Amazon sales are reduced by 10% in India and Honeywell sales are reduced by 10% in India. If you want to analyze what happened, whom you will pick? You will pick Amazon one or you will pick Honeywell Automation. If I ask you, you have to analyze what happened. Or if I ask you, do you have any idea why this has happened or what is the reason behind it? Which one you will choose? Whether you will choose Amazon one to do the analysis or Honeywell Automation one. Maximum people are saying Amazon. Do you know what is the reason behind you are seeing Amazon? Like you are saying Amazon. The reason is you understand what Amazon do. Most of you who are here, they don't know what is Honeywell Automation or what is their services. That you don't know. But you know about Amazon because you are daily interacting with Amazon. Now, the second question. If I'm saying that basically sales of Amazon are reduced by 10%, just tell me what can be the possible reasons. I'm not judging you on your answer. Just tell me what can be the possible reasons. Okay, Tarun is saying competition, inflation. Let's make this analysis little like on a overview side. Don't understand, like don't think about any other perspective outside Amazon. Just understand that Amazon, suppose there is a product called iPhone. Suppose in 2016, iPhone was sold like 90% on Amazon or any other websites. But this time the sales of iPhone or Amazon are reduced by 40%. Don't talk about any other things. Like suppose you are saying economic condition is not good. I'm not asking about any outside reason. Just understand if you are looking for, because see, You don't have all data from the outside world. You just have the data related to sales in Amazon. You just have data related to sales in Amazon. Now, if sales are reduced inside Amazon's data, so Amazon will have data about customers. Let me give you one more example. So Amazon will have data about customers, their orders, their products, their location, prices, delivery. Suppose these are the kind of fields that I'm seeing here: customers, orders, products, locations, prices, and delivery. Now, if you have to look over these kind of fields, then what can be the possible reason? Customer feedback is late. Okay, nice. Not so much products available. That is also nice. Product reviews, very good. Delivery locations unreachable, very good. High price, good. So you are now able to understand these kind of problems may be there. Now these kind of problems you will analyze with the help of data, which is available in Amazon. Now if I talk about Amazon, so Amazon is a very big company. They don't have database to store data. To understand, there, if you talk about Amazon, Amazon is receiving millions of orders in a day. So now they will use something known as data warehouse, in which they will store their data, on which people like us, analysts, are working. Now, let's leave this point because we are not going in that deep. So let's leave this point. Now, my question is same for Honeywell. Now, my question is same for Honeywell. Tell me, what can be the reason in this case? And if you don't know the reason, then you can say no. So multiple of the people are saying no. This is because you don't understand the business of Honeywell automation, but you understand the business of Amazon. That's why you are able to give me the answers. So that's why I'm saying business understanding is required if you want to become a data analyst, and you have to understand. So suppose you have learned the skills and you got an interview on Amazon, and now you are in Amazon for an interview like process. You have cleared the first technical round, and now you are in the second technical round. Now there they have asked you the same question, like sales are reduced in Amazon by 10%. Now if you understand basic business of Amazon, you will be able to answer few of the things. So now if you are a person who have cracked an interview and have become a data analyst in XYZ company, it is very important for you to understand the product on which you are working and to understand the business for which you are working. If you are good in these two things, then your skills and your business understanding will make you a ready data analyst, will make you a senior data analyst in less amount of time as compared to a person who only knows the skills. So this is basically data analysis. Data analysis is used because people want to understand what happening in their data, and after understanding it, they want to make a solution for the problem that they are facing and they have identified with the help of data. And when they solve that problem, they get some profit. So let's take an example of YouTube. When you go on YouTube and when you search one video, you have seen a lot of other videos in the same niche, and you have seen a lot of other videos, a lot of other content which is related to the content that you have watched previously. Why this is happening? Because see, if you talk about YouTube, AI, because of AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning, this is happening. But before machine learning, before artificial intelligence, the thing which comes into the picture is data. And They do the analysis. So suppose if you are using YouTube on a daily basis, now people who are in YouTube, who are a data analyst, are getting your information, what you are using and what you are seeing. Then based on that information, they will aggregate the results and they will train their model to give you same recommendations of the videos that you have already seen and that you like. So see, data is required everywhere, but if you want to become a data analyst, don't only go with the fancy package and the background. Just understand data analysts are business resolvers, you can say. They are hired because they can understand the data and they can give some meaningful insights from it so that the business can make a decision and they can have some profit in their hand. Are you good with why data analysts are hired? Is everybody good with why data analysts are hired? Nice. Now, in the second sheet, we will talk about the skills. So, if we specifically talk about the skills, so I will make skills in like in two paragraphs, or you can say in two sections. I will break the skills. First section is important skills, or you can say must required skills. And the second section of skills is which make you proficient. So if you talk about first skills section, which is important skills required. So the first important skill required is SQL. See, whenever there is a term data associated, then SQL is very important. SQL is important because it helps you to talk with the databases, to understand their languages, like by giving your own English languages to them. So just understand SQL or SQL is a query language. And queries basically means asking questions. So with the help of SQL, you can ask questions to your database and database will give you results out of it. So if you want to become a data analyst, the must known skill that is required, which is SQL. Now, somebody is asking me, let me read the question. I know data analyst tools, but I do not know how to solve business problem. Can you provide any insight or what kind of problem? See, business problems or any kind of problems are solved on the basis of tools and technologies that you have only. So I will give you this example, but that will be little on an advanced side. So just let me complete with all the students that are there. And then if time remains, I can help you with that question as well. So the first most important thing is SQL. If you don't know SQL and you are going into data analytics, then you will not be a data analyst. Even if you got a designation that you are a data analyst, just understand that you are not a core data analyst. So people who have knowledge in Excel and Power BI only and are going and working as an analyst, understand you are not a data analyst completely. You don't have a full stack data analyst thing. You are just doing something which is known as executive work. See, writing queries and get the output will not make you a data analyst until and unless you are solving a problem with your skills related to data analytics, then only you are called a data analyst. Only creating Excels or creating a single Power BI report will not make you a data analyst unless and until you are not solving a problem out of it. So, but to solve all these kind of things, I think SQL is very important. I can say 70%. If you are very good in SQL, 70% of your data analytics interview will be cracked by you. It's not difficult to crack a SQL interview. It is not difficult to crack a data analytics interview if you have a very good amount of knowledge in SQL. Because see, I have given like more than 20 plus product based companies interview, can say 20 plus, and In all 20 plus product based companies interview, I have cracked around 16 to 17. I'm saying you the reality. I have cracked around 16 to 17 product based technical interviews. What I have seen is their first round, their first round is all over related to SQL only. So they are very much focused in SQL. If you talk about companies like Walmart, Uber, Amazon, any big companies, they ask SQL a lot. But if you talk about service-based companies, the service-based companies in their first round will focus 60% on SQL, and they will ask you other questions related to Python, like Python basic questions or basic questions on visualization. But if you talk about product-based companies, if you are very good in SQL, you have more chances to get placed. So SQL is very much required. Now, second thing which is required is our visualization tool, Power BI or Tableau. So see, you have to understand that both of these tools are required. See, some company uses Power BI, some company uses Tableau. So at the end of the day, both Power BI and Tableau are just a tool. They are not anything a programming language. They are just a tool. And if you work on a tool for 5 to 7 days, you will learn that tool, which is 100% correct. So Power BI and Tableau are kind of things which you can learn. And even if you have learned one of them or both of them, I can say that let's take an example. If you have learned Power BI only, now when you will learn Tableau, it will be easy for you to understand. Or if you learn Tableau first, and if you go to Power BI, it will be easy for you to learn Power BI also. So tools are kind of things that are not asked that much in interviews for a data analyst role, but you must, if you want to learn a tool, I will simply say, if you want to learn a tool like Power BI and Tableau, start with YouTube and watch videos which help you to create a dashboard from a step-by-step manner. If you will watch 2 to 3 videos, you will be good enough to crack an interview for Power BI and Tableau. Now, the third thing, which is bread and butter of a data analyst, is Excel. See, Excel is something. So let's take an example. You have done the analysis, you have written all the SQL queries, and you got some results. Now, those results that you have got, you have to show it to your stakeholders or your managers. Now, when you will show them, you will not directly show them the query, or you will not directly show them the logic you have used. You will give them a report that this is something that I have created and this is my insights. Now, suppose you are doing a project in which multiple analysis are required. So now you are on the step first and you have done your first analysis. In your first analysis, you cannot directly go and create a dashboard in Power BI or Tableau. You have to show your analysis. You have to show your report. So for those initial step reports, to show your stakeholders so that they can understand whether they want this analysis to be further proceeded or not, you use Excel a lot. So Excel is like a bread and butter. You must know Excel. Excel is important. Now coming on to the point 4, which is Python. Now in Python, you don't require a lot of things. So in Python, data structures are required, but not advanced data structures. If I talk about data structures, they are string, list, dictionary, set, tuple. And these are not very difficult to learn. So if you have these 5 data structures with you, in accordance with good understanding of loops, operators, if else, or you can say conditional statements. If you have this amount of knowledge, then you're good to go, but you have to solve the problems. Many companies are preferring Tableau, but I know Power BI. How can I approach to HR for the Tableau? Please advise. See, you cannot see without learning Tableau or without learning some important concepts of Tableau or by creating a dashboard. Without doing these things, you cannot say a recruiter that you know Power BI and you don't know Tableau and you can be in the part of interview. No. If a company is requiring Tableau, they will ask you Tableau. I will give you an example. I was giving interview in Angel One. They asked me that Durgesh, we want to have an interview. I told them directly that I don't know Tableau. I told them that I don't know Tableau. First round happened. I told them that I have worked on a different visualization tool, which is Domo, which is same as Tableau. Like Domo is almost 70 to 80% same as Tableau. So I told them that I have a good understanding of Domo, 70 to 80% of understanding of Domo, and I can work with Tableau. You can schedule the interview. In SQL round, first round was SQL round. I cracked the round. I answered almost 100% questions they asked me. But when I came into the second round, which was Tableau round, I was not able to answer even 10% of the questions. See, if you will start learning Tableau for few days, then you will be able to answer the questions. So if you are in a job requirement where they require Tableau instead of Power BI, try to have some hands-on experience by creating these dashboards and by seeing videos on YouTube which are available to you. So that is required. Now, if fifth point that I want to discuss is, so these are the four important skills that you need, which are must to crack a data analyst interview or to get into data analytics. Now, the skills which make you proficient is problem solving. If you want to learn problem solving, there are a lot of case studies available on stratascratch.com. You can understand and learn power problem solving from here. Guesstimates. If you have access to Quora, then there are a lot of questions available on guesstimates. So guesstimates is basically the estimate of your guesses that you do. Like DSA is not that much important. See, DSA is moreover important for a person who is going for developer role. If I talk about what kind of questions are asked in SQL Mandar, so let me just so what kind of questions are asked in SQL? This topic is a little outside, but yeah, I can cover it on a basic overview. So if I talk about what kind of questions are asked in SQL, most of the questions are from topics, window functions, like set operators, Cartesian product, your analytical window functions like lag, lead. Here I'm talking about rank, dense rank, and here I'm talking about analytical window functions. So I will write rank, D rank, and row number. And here in analytical functions like lag, lead, first value, last value, entile. Entile is not that much required. Even first value and last value are not that much required, but you must know lag and lead. Now the fifth point that I will say is subquery and CT. See, subquery and CT are related more towards window function questions. So when you will learn these things, you can go. And if you really want to have experience in SQL so that you can crack an interview, I will suggest you You can go here. You can go on this link. If you can solve all these 100 free questions available on SQL, I can 100% say you will be able to crack any interview that you are going to give. So you can directly go Naukri 360 SQL. So this is a platform that is in accordance with Naukri created by coding ninjas. So these are your 100 questions. If you have solved all these 100 questions, I can guarantee you will not fail in any interview related to SQL. So that is my advice. I will write here. This will give you an actual understanding what kind of questions are asked in SQL. Now I was talking about guesstimates. So guesstimates is also related to problem solving only. If I ask you how many coffees are selling in India on a daily basis, or if I ask you how many coffees are sold in India or in Bangalore on a daily basis, so now you cannot directly give a number that there will be 10,000 coffees or 20,000 coffees. You have to give a proper explanation. What is your thinking process? What is your thought process? How you are approaching towards the problem, and how you are in the end giving you a number that yeah, this can be a number of coffees that are sold in Bangalore every day. So guesstimates is basically estimates of your guesses that you have made with your thought process and your approach. Now, along with this, along with this, the third thing which I say that you can practice and which will make you more proficient is the statistics. See, statistics, I'm not talking about very like deep statistics. You can understand the major statistics terms that are used in data analysis. So if you have around out of 100, if you have 20% of knowledge in statistics, then you are good person to crack an interview. Mostly they will focus on these four things, but sometimes they focus on these three things also. And out of these three things, problem solving is right now like a part of every interview. Because see, in the world of chat GPT, everybody knows that you can do cheating and all. So if they ask you questions based on problem solving, and if you give them the solution which is based by chat GPT, they will easily understand because they know that you are not that intelligent. So if even if you are a person who is trying to take help in the interviews from chat GPT, I will suggest you, if you get a problem solving question, don't take any help from chat GPT, because they will easily understand that you are cheating. So that's my recommendation. And I will say you one more thing. Right now, everybody is aware that people use chat GPT in their interview. So now in my company or in any other company, people know that you people are doing this. So what they do is, wherever they ask you a question, they ask the same question to chat GPT, and the same question that you are answering. And if that same question chat GPT is answering to the interviewer, they will directly understand that you are cheating. So even if you are doing these kind of thing, be like a wise person and try to ask a question in a different way as compared to the recruiter or the interviewer who has asked you. So are you people clear with the skills, what skills are required? Sir, can you please tell me what type of interview topic Power BI for an interview purpose? See, I will tell you about myself. I'm not a very proficient person in Power BI because I haven't worked on it. But what my understanding is, in Power BI, they see they ask questions related to, I think, DAX. There is a topic DAX. They ask questions related to this. But if you are talking about an interview process, and if you are going to give an Power BI interview, understand, in Power BI interview, they will not ask you to create a practical report. They will just try to understand how good you are in Power BI, and that they can do or they will do with the help of theoretical questions, I think, as per my knowledge. So if you are good with the top 50, top 100 questions that are available on Interview Bit and different other websites, if you practice them and if you see some of the important videos related to those topics, they are more than good to give a Power BI interview. Now, the third thing which we are going to talk about is process. I'm doing little fast because I'm running out of time. So the third thing is process. What is the process to get into data analytics? So the process is 4 to 5 steps process. First step is to learn the skills. Now, in the first step to learn the skills, there are sub steps. So to learn the skills, you will start with SQL first. Once you are completed till joins, you have to create profile on Strata Scratch and you have to create a profile on HackerRank. And HackerRank you will only use for basic questions, not any other questions. So you have to create profile till once you are completed till joins. And here you have to solve only basic questions, basic or easy. And so once you're completed with the joins, you can solve these questions. Now, second step is now once you are completed with till window functions, like you have completed set operators, you have completed your window functions, and you have completed subquery and CT. If you have done these kind of things, then you can move towards the medium questions. Now, on both of these websites, you can solve medium questions. And I will not recommend you to solve any hard question. They are not required. Your level will be till medium. Now, once you are good with SQL, you can take like 13 to 15 days are more than enough for you to learn SQL. I'm not saying that you will be proficient in SQL, but 15 days are more than enough to learn SQL. Now, I will answer all your, like, I will not be able to answer all your questions because I have to like give uh, other things as well, but I can make a different session to help you. So now let's understand, like you have given your 15 days. Now after this thing, you have to jump on Python. But now when you are learning Python, you are every day practicing 5 questions in SQL. They can be from any website. So by the process of learning Python, you are practicing 5 questions in SQL. Now in Python, first of all, you have to focus on the data structures that I have told previously and the list of questions. Like I have all the document and everything with me, but just understand first you have to learn the problem solving. Like problem solving is basically how to write a code in Python, how codes are written in Python. Second, and this will be completed in 10 days. If you are seeing my YouTube videos also, this problem solving part will be completed in 10 days. Now, after this, the second step that comes into the picture is pandas. Now, for learning pandas, your dictionary topic must be very good in problem solving part. Dictionary is a data structure. If you are good in dictionary data structures, then your pandas will be easy. Pandas is same like SQL. See, you can understand the things that you are doing with SQL with data, you can do the same things with pandas in Python. So you can do data analysis with the help of pandas in Python. And most of the cases, pandas is used for data pre-processing. So data pre-processing basically means to make data good fit for the analysis. So if you want to practice pandas, you have to simply go on stratascratch.com. You have to solve the same question by selecting language as Python. And I can guarantee within 3 to 4 days, if you will directly start the approach by solving questions and seeing the solutions, in 3 to 4 days, pandas will be covered. Now, the third thing, the roadmap that I tell you is Start directly creating dashboards in any of the visualization language that you know, that any of the visualization tool that you think is good for you. Start creating dashboards step by step, from basic to advanced. Don't focus on learning from exact start. If you have someone to teach you from exact start, then it is very good. But for interview, if you directly go and create the dashboards step by step, seeing the process, you are good, more than enough. It's more than enough. If people are saying you that in data analytics, machine learning is required, artificial intelligence is required, see, they are just increasing their curriculum. These things are not required. You're a data analyst. The things that I'm writing here, I'm writing with my experiences because I have done these things. I have taught a lot of students, and multiple of my students are in different companies, and I also have cracked a lot of companies. So on the basis of that experience, I'm telling you these things. Now, fourth thing is problem solving. So if you want to learn problem solving, I will tell you a very simple approach. Identify, identify the domains which you like. So suppose I like a domain which is e-commerce. Suppose I like e-commerce domain, and I also like healthcare domain, and I like edtech domain. I'm talking about some major domains for which companies are there in the market. Or and last will be supply chain. So these are the very famous domains for which companies are hiring in the market. Now, what you have to do is you can select any company which is working in this domain. Suppose I'm taking Amazon here. Now my second step will be to take data set based on Amazon, on like kaggle.com or anywhere where it is available. Now, on the basis of fields, columns, on the basis of fields or columns which are available in that data set, I will go simply to ChatGPT and I will ask ChatGPT what can be the problems that I can identify with the help of these fields given in the data set. Then the questions or the problems that you will get from ChatGPT, try to solve them by uploading this data set into SQL and solve the things. That is the best way to have problem solving, to, to be a problem solving ready person. A good advice for you will be, whenever you are giving interview for any XYZ company, try to understand their business, what they actually do. Yeah, HR domain can be also good. Say HR, see, the people are hiring HR data analyst. I have like two clients who have worked as a HR data analyst and are applying as a HR data analyst. One of them is she's in US only. So HR is also, see, HR people also require data analyst. BS banking domain also. So you can take all these things. It depends. Just give me a minute. You can take all these domains for problem solving. And now if you want to learn guesstimates, if you want to learn guesstimates, then the most easy way is to understand the approach. Don't directly jump in solving the questions. Understand the approach. So there is an approach of solving a guesstimate problem, which is a breakdown approach. So first is like, I can give you some example. So first is your population. Second is income. Third is your age group. Fourth is your you can say fourth is your, like, yeah, these are some of the major breakdowns, or you can say major breakups to solve a guesstimate problem. When you will see some of the stuff related to guesstimates on Google, you will understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, guesstimates is also very important. Now the fourth thing which comes into the picture is LinkedIn. See, I will recommend you, if you want to become a good data analyst and if you want to get jobs, LinkedIn you can use in two ways. First way is You can use LinkedIn to enhance your profile. Many of you know that you have must read this thing, जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. If you have a very good LinkedIn profile and if you are a person who is posting daily the stuff related to your profile. So suppose if I want to become a data analyst, or if I'm preparing for data analyst, the things that I am preparing for data analyst, I will post them every day. So suppose I learned a topic, I will post it. Even if you are not getting likes and followers because you are starting, then also you have to post. After a month, with your consistency, you can increase followers also, and increasing followers is important, or increasing connections is important, because when you have good connections, you can directly contact them and you can ask them for referrals, or you can understand what they are doing. So connection building is very important. And if you want to get a good job, if you want to get good calls of interviews, I will say enhance your profile, post every day related to the content and the things that you have. Make a good LinkedIn profile, try to fill each and every section, and do it consistently. If you'll do it consistently, you will gain a lot of connections. And those connections, when they will see that you are open to network and you want a job, they can directly contact you, and you can also contact them for referrals. So my main thing is post every day, or you can say 4 times a week. See, many of your friends and relatives will say you that what is this, why you are posting on LinkedIn. I will say that I have generated around 68 lakh rupees of sales just because of LinkedIn, and that is sole profit. So understand, LinkedIn is very important. Even if you are not doing any marketing, but if you are a person who is like creating his own brand, then it is very important. I will say you, I don't apply in companies. I don't apply in companies, but then also I get calls from very big companies. So see, it is not required. It is not required. If I show you here, let me give you an example. If I open my Gmail and if I go to steered messages, let me search Ola. I got call from Ola. If I search United Airlines, I got call. If I search Google, I got call for the engineering analyst role. If I talk about 7-Eleven, you all know I'm 7-Eleven. And if I talk about PayPal, see, all these calls and all these interviews are scheduled just because of my LinkedIn. And these are all big companies. So if they are calling me based on my profile and my resume. So in the process, the most important step when you learn these things is resume. I forgot, sorry, but yeah, resume building is very important. And a good resume has good chances of getting a call. But yeah, you must have good connections. So LinkedIn is important. Relatable content you can do. You can share that, or you can tag me. If I give you example, say many of you are from the group which Mandar has created. So Mandar is right now very skilled, but 2 years back he was my student only. And like you can see, he has 4 times more follower than me. If you go here, if you see my profile, if you see my profile, I only have 69,000 followers. But if you go to his profile, he has around 244K of followers. Why he has this much followers? Because he's consistent. So everybody have a different motive. Now motive can be changed, but you can see he can get calls easily if he will start applying for the jobs. So LinkedIn is important for all of you. So I will suggest you concentrate on your LinkedIn as well. Don't take it lightly. If you want to tag me, you can tag me, you can tag Mandar, you can tag anyone whom you see that is performing good in their field. They will comment on your post and your post will get engagement, and you will get some followers. So that's why it is important. Now, to find jobs, to find opportunities, let's go here on LinkedIn. I will use a double quote and I will write data analyst. It is for the people who are not getting direct calls. I will write data analyst. I will put a and for freshers, I am telling, I will type internship and I will put a double quote again. Just I will click here. This is how LinkedIn search works. Now, after typing this, I will see a lot of these things. I don't have to go to these things. I just have to go to posts. After going on post, there is an option of short. I have to sort it by latest. See, these are the people, or there will be like, I have only written data internship. I just have to write and hiring. Now, wherever people are hiring for data analyst, see, two hours back, this person has posted that EY is hiring. 3 hours back, this is hiring going on. This is hiring going on. So this is the way how you can quickly get the people who are hiring. So suppose let's talk about interns, let's talk about experienced. So I will write experienced here. So all the people who are hiring for experienced, I will get it right now. You can directly reach out to these people. If you have good followers, they will definitely give you a reply. This is also a way how to get a job on LinkedIn and how to search it effectively. And the last thing we come, which is package. So let me give you example. So let's, okay, but just give me a minute. Okay, the last thing, if you talk about package. So for a fresher with 0 years of experience, you can expect around 5 to 7 LPA. For experienced with 2 years of experience, or you can say between 1 to 2 years of experience, they can expect 10 to 12 LPA. Average, I am telling. People with having 3+ years of experience can expect 17 to 20 LPA. And people who have 5+ years of experience can easily get 28 to 30 LPA. If you talk about me, I have 3 years of experience and I am getting 23, in which I'm not adding any other things, and there are other things as well. But yeah, you can understand that my package is around 23 to 26, you can say. So this is how package works in data analytics. So now that's all of you, because I have a different meeting and it's already 4 minutes late. But thanks all of you for joining it, and I hope you liked it.